Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So, today I just wanted to really talk about this concept. Once you know, you know. So I'll get to that in a minute. We got cicadas back again. Hopefully they're not too crazy, but they're definitely back. Gorgeous night. Maybe I need to get out when it's really hot in the middle of the day. I don't know. I couldn't tell if they were out earlier. Relax, take a breath. Enjoy feeling your body sink into wherever you are. All right. Once you know, you know. And what I'm talking about is once you know that you've got perceived danger symptoms, a perceived danger response is happening. Once you learn exactly what causes symptoms, and once you do the assessments, and it's determined that yes, your brain is creating the symptoms based on the perception of danger. Once you know that, you know that. Unless you choose to convince yourself otherwise. But do the assessments. Notice your own experience and pay attention to the assessments. So for example, if your pain shows up at night but not during the day, your brain's creating it because the body doesn't know that. If you break your leg, it's not going to hurt much more at 6 p.m. than it would at 6 a.m., right? If symptoms show up on a schedule, things like that. And I'm not going to go through the assessments, but there's some very classic characteristics of TMS and what I call perceived danger, pain, or symptoms. And they're inconsistent. And once you know, you know. And so make a decision that I'm not going to unlearn the knowledge and the belief and the confirmation from the assessments that I'm actually okay. Because we could have a bad day and all of a sudden it's like, our fearful brain just starts going, but what if the assessment's wrong? What if something real's going on? What if the doctor missed something? But I want you to always come home to this knowledge that once you know, you know. All right? And with me, over the past 14 years, I've had no chronic symptoms, meaning nothing longer than, a few weeks or months. And when I get an onset, let's say of lower back pain, hurts a little bit. Example is my mom's stroke. Sitting at the hospital with her, watching her struggle, go through this, trying to convince her to stay upbeat and yeah, you're going to get through this, Mom. I got some back pain, lower back pain, the type that would twist me out a little bit. But I knew. And once I knew, I knew. So I didn't have to become afraid of the return of these symptoms after a long time. Once I knew, I knew. And I was able to notice the symptoms, connect the dots, and go, well, of course this makes sense. I'm watching my mom recover from a stroke, and it just happened. So of course, there's some stress, emotions, danger, right? But I didn't lose my knowledge. I didn't lose my conviction and my belief that I'm fine. I could have convinced myself, well, it's because I'm sitting in these uncomfortable hospital chairs at her bedside for so many hours a day. But I didn't. Once you know, you know. And so I gave it zero fear, zero attention, called it out for what it was, and I shifted my attention to Mom. Because I didn't have to be concerned with the symptoms. And in that case, it was about a week or so, maybe 10 days, I didn't keep track, before the symptoms were gone completely. Even though I was still engaged in Mom's recovery and, taking shifts with my sister, and, one of us was always spending time next to my mom. Stressful time, difficult time. But once I know, I know. So I didn't have to panic at the onset of some old symptoms that caused me a whole heap of, problems for 13 years. I didn't panic. There was no need for me to because I knew what it was. So once you know, you know. You don't have to fall back into the fear and the frustration and the freak out and the doubt. Because if symptoms return and you immediately panic, that will delay your recovery. But if you always take this approach that says, well, once I know, and you don't have to become symptom-free to know. You can do the assessments, you can shift the mindset, you can start to see some progress. That will give you the deep knowing that takes it from the intellectual knowledge, the book knowledge, the video knowledge, to, holy crap, I'm really okay. Super important. And you will have that light bulb moment where you actually go, holy cow, I'm really okay. Wow, I am really okay. And once you know, you know. Don't lose sight of that. Don't allow changes in symptoms to throw you. Don't allow changes in symptoms to cause doubt or worry or fear or frustration or anguish or sadness or whatever. Because once you know, you know. And you don't have to get on this merry-go-round of, chasing the symptoms around in circles. And I got bad symptom days, so my fear and my worry and my emotions go through the roof. And on a good symptom day, it's nice and easy to be confident. I get it. That's how it works. I see it time and time again with my clients. And even in the comments on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I see it all the time. Don't let a bad day ruin your mindset. Because a good mindset will turn a bad day around quickly. Because a lot of people will take a bad day and turn it into a bad week or month. Because they're panicking. And they're inviting doubt back into their world with their thinking. And they start thinking and believing doubtful thoughts like, well, maybe the doctor missed something. Why did it come back? Perceived danger. One answer to that question. Why did symptoms go up? Perceived danger. Well, I don't know what I did. I don't know what my brain perceives as dangerous. Doesn't matter. Go right to, once you know, go right back to safety. We don't have to spend a lot of time figuring it out. We really don't have to figure this out. Perceived danger is a problem. Safety is a solution. Keep it up there at that high level, because if you get down here in the weeds and try to figure stuff out and fix and evaluate, well, I was doing this and maybe I did too much and I'm starting to resume activity and I tried to do this and then symptoms went crazy, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. All of that thinking down here in the weeds isn't really benefiting you. Oh, symptoms went up. Brain's perceiving danger. Is it obvious? No? Okay, so what? Don't care. Go right back to calm reassurance, knowing that you're okay. Reminding yourself that you're okay. Believing deeply that you're okay, because once you know, you know. Unless you make a decision to throw that knowledge out the window and go back into fear. But you don't have to do that, because once you know, you know. Is this stuff challenging? Heck yeah. Is it tough? Yeah. You know what's tougher? Jumping back into the fear swimming pool and thrashing around for a day, a week, a month. Don't let a flare-up throw you. Get convicted to what you know already, and you've already decided, and you've already committed to. Don't let a bad day throw you. Because once you know, you know. And you can hang on to that knowledge, that deep knowing, even when times get rough. Yes, this is challenging, but you can handle it, right? Go look for that video. It's about 2 weeks ago. Yes, this can be challenging, but you can handle it. And if your fearful thoughts are going, but, what if? That's when you go, shh, I don't have to believe those thoughts. Because I've done my homework, I've learned, I've done the assessments, and I know. And once I know, I know. So I'm going to wrap it up there. These cicadas are getting louder, and hopefully that's not bugging too many of you. If it is, my apology. I'll try to start shooting indoors, as they are likely going to be screaming for the next month or two. So, love you all. Once you know, you know. Hang on to that. It's a very comforting feeling to know that you're actually okay. So as always, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.